Welcome back. There's an optimistic mood at the crucial gold sector wage negotiations in Boksburg, east of Johannesburg. This as the National Union of Mine Workers, UASA and Solidarity, are about to sign the long-awaited wage agreement with Anglogold Ashanti, Harmony and Pan-African Resources. Now, the parties have been busy behind closed doors since this morning, going through the final draft of the agreement, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. So Mbongeni Muthwa has been following the talks. He joins us now on the line from Boksburg. Mbongeni, good afternoon. So is it now certain that an agreement is going to be signed, thus bringing an end to what's been, I must say, a very long, protracted round of wage talks, wasn't it?
Absolutely, Devin. There's no doubt now. In a short while from now, in fact, we were told at 2 o'clock, the NUM, Solidarity and UASA are set to sign finally a wage agreement with the major gold producers, which is Harmony, Anglogold Ashanti. But now I've just been told by David Spunze from NUM that apparently they are not going to sign with Pan-African Resources here today because apparently they want to push Pan-African Resources to increase its offer of 650 rand at the moment to 1,000 rand. And he says that's because Pan-African Resources has already given them 1,000 rand at one of its operations in Barberton, which happened outside of these negotiations and before these negotiations started. So he says if they give them 1,000 for that operation, they should also give them 1,000 for its second operation, which is Evander. Also, I must tell you that just a short while ago, the AMCU delegation walked out of here singing and waving 3 strike certificates which have just been issued to them by the CCMA because, of course, AMCU has rejected all the offers from the company. So now they've been issued with the strike certificate for Harmony, Sibanye Gold and Anglogold Ashanti. Pan-African Resources, we are told by the Chamber of Mines that AMCU is not a recognized union. They don't have enough members. They don't have recognition. So that's how things stand at the moment.
All right. Now, do we finally know what is in the actual agreement? I mean, what have the unions actually agreed to in terms of the wage increase? Do we know the numbers?
Well, in a nutshell, the numbers range between 600 rand in the case of Harmony. You remember yesterday from our report that the NUM had wanted to push Harmony, because Harmony had offered to increase wages by 600 rand for the 3 years from now, which is year 1, year 2, and year 3. And the NUM was saying that in terms of the calculation, their calculations, the 600 rand in year 2 and year 3, in percentage terms, it becomes lower than 6%, whereas it's 6% for year 1. So David Spunze was telling me short while ago that they have managed to secure an agreement with Harmony to rework those numbers to make sure that the increases are an equivalent of 6% for all the 3 years. Also with Anglogold, we know that their increase is 800 rand, basically over the next 3 years. Sibanye had offered an increase of around 700 to 770 rand spread over the next 3 years. One thing that remains unclear at this stage is whether Sibanye is going to sign with the 3 unions or not, because they've been insisting up to now that they are not going to sign with the 3 unions because the 3 unions do not form a majority at Sibanye. So it would raise issues of implementing the agreement.
I'm going to have to stop you there, Mbongeni. Thanks. We get the overall message as to where we stand with that. Mbongeni Muthwa there covering the gold sector wage negotiation.